So I recently had a question asking what my top 10 decks are, and there they are. Cut. Hey guys, Card Bandit here. So what we're going to be doing is just getting into my top 11 decks of playing cards. Now I wanted you guys to keep in mind that this isn't in order from my least favorite to my most favorite. It's just 11 decks of cards that I really enjoy using. They've got a lot of aspects to them that I enjoy, like the back design, the durability, the stock, the finish, and each deck has its benefits and its drawbacks, so they're not in any particular order from least to greatest in terms of favorites for me. Also, I'm only doing a brief explanation on each deck, so if you want a review of these decks separately, I will definitely do that, but I didn't want you guys to be falling asleep during the video, because the last time I tried to go into more detail, the video ended up being like 20 minutes long, and I was like... So, I'm just doing a brief explanation on each deck and why I enjoy it. So let's get into it, guys. So starting with the Bicycle deck of cards. Now the Bicycles are a really standard deck of cards. They've got a nice stock and I really enjoy the air cushion finish. They're just a really good standard deck of cards that I use a lot. You get a lot of bang for your buck, meaning you can pretty much do anything you want to with these cards. For the price you get them at, it's always really good to have a deck of these. I enjoy handling these a lot, which is why they're in my top 11. Next are the Tally Ho deck of playing cards. These cards are nice and durable. I like the backs on them, they really pop out, but they don't pop out too much, so they're really useful in Magic as well. I enjoy how durable these cards are. They've got a really nice thick stock on them, making them nice for flourishing, fanning, and whatever you need to use them for. The Nock deck of playing cards are in my top 11. They're a really simple deck of playing cards, really nice, but they've got a really unique feel as well. They've got a nice waxy feel, sort of a mix between a smooth and an air cushion finish. So these cards are actually really durable, really springy, just got a really nice stiff stock on them. So I really like how durable these cards are, how they handle when you're doing cuts and stuff like that, and all in all just a really all-round, really great simple deck of cards. The Aristocrats are in my top 11 as well. I really enjoy the handling. I like a linen finish on the cards. It's just really nice. The cards handle well, very similar to a Bicycle deck of playing cards, but they're also pretty durable. I like the back design on these cards. It's simple, but it's got a little bit of detail in there as well, so I just enjoy the scroll work for the back design. All in all, the Arcane deck by Illusionist, just a really beautiful deck of cards, really well designed in terms of the artwork on it. These cards mean a lot to me. They were my first real designer deck of cards, so they just have a lot of background history with me, starting me off in Magic and helping me in terms of finding Magic and cardistry. These cards sort of helped lead me into that world. So although the stock has changed to a thinner one, these cards are still good for flourishing, but less so for cuts. All in all, though, I just really like these cards because of the background that I have with them. So the Madison Rounders are just a nice deck of cards. I like the simplistic back design. It's good in flourishing. You don't need a very elegant, artistic back design when you're doing card flourishes. These ones still pop out just because of the simplicity of them. I like the way that they altered the faces of the court cards and they used a darker coloration on them. The finish is pretty nice. I just enjoy how durable the finish is, as well as the card stock, because it's a thicker card stock. These cards last you a while, so they're pretty much good for anything you need them to be used for, whether it's cardistry or Magic. So obviously, if we've got the Rounders, we've got to have the Kings deck of playing cards. The Kings decks are, just like the Rounders, are really nice. I enjoy the finish on the deck. The cards last quite a while. They're fairly durable. They just have a nice finish, a nice stock, and a good feel. Once again, I also like the simplistic back design and how they changed the face cards. And I also like the darker coloration on the court cards and on the pips. So the Mirage deck has made it into my top 11. I enjoy the fact that it has a back design that was based around optical tricks, optical illusions, and things like that. It sort of works well with the whole Magic theme being a trick of the eye or sleight of hand. being tricky on the eyes or things like that. So I do enjoy the fact that does have, like, this deck does have a back design based around that. The color of the cards is amazing to me. It's one of my favorite colors, if not my favorite color. So that's another bonus for me personally. The card stock is thick, so the cards are durable. Other than the finish deteriorating maybe a little bit quicker than other cards, the finish allows a little bit more friction on the cards, making it easier to do some moves. But I do enjoy how durable these cards are and how long they last me, just because of the thickness of the card stock. I would recommend these cards to anyone. Next up are the Monarchs. They've got a lot of durability to them. I wasn't sold on the back design to begin with, but after opening these and playing around with them, the back design grew on me, and the feel and the handling of these cards are just really, really nice. Overall, the stock's nice, the cut's nice, and they're very springy and durable, so that is why the Monarchs are in my top 11. Next up are the Virtuoso deck of playing cards. This deck of cards is just really high quality. The Verts have put a lot of effort to make sure that these cards last long and that they are of a high standard. I enjoy the springiness of the cards, and all in all, just a nice deck of cards to handle for cardistry. Maybe not so much in terms of the versatility via Magic, but the cards themselves aren't meant for that. They're meant for cardistry, and they do look really nice in card flourishes, and they feel and handle amazing. And the last but not least are the Dan and Dave Smoke and Mirrors decks. All in all, these decks are brilliant. I like the feel, I like the handling, and the cards just work nicely in the hands. They've got a simple back design, and all in all just look really nice in card flourishing and Magic alike, so very versatile for that. If you can get your hand on one of these decks, you'll definitely see what I'm talking about. These cards just handle nicely, and I really wish they didn't discontinue the series. So if you have a chance to get your hand on some of these, I would definitely recommend doing so. So guys, that was my top 10 list. 11 list. Who needs top 10 when you can have that extra one in there? New meta. So I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and I thank you for watching this video, and I'll catch you later.